Hi Mama, welcome to this postpartum yoga practice, perfect for upper back and neck pain. My name is Maya and I will be your instructor for today's class. All you are going to need is a yoga mat, a bolster. If you don't have a bolster, the next best thing to have would be a couch cushion. If you don't have a couch cushion, then a firm pillow works as well. And along with this, we will also need either a blanket or a towel today. I personally think that for what we're doing today, a small hand towel would probably be best. But as you see, I have a blanket, so anything really works. Just get whatever you have, and let's get right into the practice. So today we will begin seating. Oh my goodness. Today we will begin sitting in a comfortable position. So just getting comfortable somewhere and settling in. This practice is perfect for if you have, of course, pain in your shoulders, probably from, hunching over and breastfeeding your baby. You constantly want to look down at your beautiful bundle of joy, but it doesn't feel so nice on our necks. This practice is also great, of course, if you've been bottle feeding your baby. New moms, that's like all we do is like feed the baby and stare at the baby. So if that is you, you are in the right place. So taking a moment to settle in here. Maybe closing down your eyes and just taking a deep breath in and letting it go out the mouth. Relaxing your shoulders, big breath in and release. One more time, biggest breath yet. And let it go. Relaxing the face, relaxing the upper back. Full transparency, during this, my hair kept brushing the microphone and it did not sound very good. So we're going to do a voiceover. So just tucking your chin into your chest and slowly beginning to take neck rolls, going in one direction and going as slow as you possibly can. I just wanted to say that I am so proud of you for showing up today. Moms face so many challenges, we really do. But I think sometimes the hardest part is taking time for ourselves. So I'm so very proud of you. Let's go in the opposite direction. Continuing with those circles. I'm so very proud of you for taking this time for yourself. Knowing that every time you care for yourself, that naturally you are caring for those around you as well. And remembering that you cannot give from an empty cup. So fill up your cup as often as you can. And the next time that your ear comes towards your shoulder, holding it there. And just breathing into the side of your neck. No matter which side it is, it doesn't matter. Maybe closing down the eyes as you sink into this. With every exhale, just letting gravity open up your neck a little more. You have the option to stay here or noticing which shoulder your head has pulled away from. So for me, that is my left shoulder right here. I'm going to extend out my left arm and rest my fingertips down on the mat. Feeling this deep, long stretch alongside the neck and all the way through my arm. Let's take 3 more cycles of breath here. And noticing if you have clenched up anywhere, just taking a moment to notice where you have, found tightness in your body. And just relaxing that area, breathing into it. We'll take 1 more breath. And as you're ready, releasing your hands, tucking your chin into the chest, and rolling over to the other side. Settling in here. Relaxing the face. Pulling the shoulders away from the ears. And with every exhale, just relaxing a little more. You have the option to stay here or with your fingertips. You can extend that out to the side and rest it down on the mat. Feeling that deep, elongated stretch through the side of the neck and all the way down the arm. And we'll take 3 more cycles of breath. With every exhale, relaxing a little more into this moment. Take 1 more big breath in, filling up your lungs. And as you exhale, release it through the mouth. Tucking your chin back into the chest. And slowly begin taking big, dramatic head nods. Glancing all the way up and coming all the way down. Bring the head back to center and take dramatic shakes of your head no. Taking your time here, no need to rush. And as you come back to center, we will begin taking a little bit of a smaller neck roll. So this time, instead of us going all the way back and around, we're going to almost trace a circle with the eyes and the head, almost as if you're drawing a circle right here in front of you. So continue this a few more times. And going in the opposite direction, tracing your circle all the way up the wall, across the ceiling, down the other wall, and across the floor. Last time. And come back to center. Placing your hands on your knees if they're not already there. We will switch out the legs, bringing the opposite leg in front now. Maybe readjusting your seat. As you inhale, opening up the chest as you glance up. As you exhale, rounding the spine and tucking in the chin. Inhale, glancing up, opening up the chest. And exhale, releasing the head and tucking it in. Now continue this at your own pace, following along with your breath. And following your inner guidance, knowing that nobody knows your body as well as you do. So maybe today you need to stay up here in cat pose a little longer. Sorry, cow pose, right? This is cow pose when you're glancing up and your chest is open. Maybe this feels really good and you need to stay here. Maybe you need to hang out in cat pose today, tucking in the chin and rounding the shoulders forward. Just finding where you need to be today. Or maybe today you're really craving movement. If that's the case, then continue with your cat and cows. Then we'll be here for a few more cycles of breath. Beautiful job. On your next exhale, meet me back in center. Good job. Okay. You're going to take some circles here with the chest. So coming forward, around, and back. It doesn't matter which direction you begin in, just pick one. As we come forward, we're opening up the chest, and as we come back, we're rounding in the spine. So once again, we're kind of doing a cat and cow movement here. So as we come back in the circle, you're doing a cat pose variation, and as we come forward, it's almost as if you're doing cow pose. And switch direction. Getting curious here in your body. Beautiful, beautiful job. Okay, let's come back to center. We will move the bolster from underneath us and just kind of push it to the top of the mat, just moving it out of the way. With your blanket, I would like to invite you to unfold it so that it is long enough to cushion your knees. Totally optional, but we will be pushing into box pose. As you find your box, checking in, making sure the hands are stacked directly under the shoulders, and checking in that the knees are directly under the hips. Totally up to you if you want to tuck your toes or leave them untucked. And just beginning to rock, going side to side here. As you inhale, coming into a cow pose. And as you exhale, finding cat. Inhale, cow. Exhale, cat. And continuing this, following along with your breath. Now, the next time that you find yourself in cat pose, holding it here, really tucking in the chin, and leaning back a little bit, almost as if you're pushing your tushy to your heels, really rounding through the upper back. Take one more breath. And find your neutral spine. Left arm lifts up to the sky as you inhale here. As you exhale, begin taking circles, going back, forward, and around. Opposite direction. One more circle. Lifting the arms back up, inhale. And as you exhale, thread the needle, bringing your left ear down to the mat. You always have the option to stay here, or if you would like a deeper stretch, you can bring the right arm behind the lower back. We will be here for 3 cycles of breath. And as you're ready, unthreading the needle and coming back into your box. Right arm will lift up to the sky, inhale. As you exhale, sweeping the arm back, around, and forward. Continuing this circle. And going in the opposite direction. Bringing your hand back up to center, inhale. As you exhale, threading the needle, bringing the ear down to the mat. Again, you can stay here, or bring the left arm around your lower back. And we'll take 3 cycles of breath. As you're ready, unthreading the needle, coming back into your box. We will push back to sit on the heels. And with your blanket, we will roll it up. So whether you have a blanket or a towel, it doesn't matter. We're just going to roll it up, kind of like a burrito. And find a comfortable seated position. So for me, I feel comfortable sitting on my knees, but you can sit crisscross. You could sit in butterfly pose. Really just find what's comfortable for you. This is your practice and your body. And I always want you to be comfortable in what you're doing. So once you find where you want to be, you will grab your blanket or towel, placing it between the arms. We will just lift up overhead. As you inhale here, opening up the chest. And as you exhale, leaning over to one side, finding a slight side body stretch. Engaging the core here. Being sure not to, dump into the spine. Keeping the integrity of the spine here. Inhale back to center. And over to the other side. Once again, engaging your core. Say, wake up core, good morning. Or good afternoon. We'll come back to center and over to the other side. Remembering to engage your core. You got it. Back to center. Last time. Beautiful job, mama. Okay. So with this blanket or towel, we will place it behind the back. I'll turn to the side so that you can see what I'm doing. So if you have the flexibility to clasp your hands behind your back, that's great. Go ahead and do that. If you need a little bit of help here, this is where your blanket comes in. You're going to hold it behind your back. As you open up the chest and glance up. Take one more breath here. And as you exhale, we are going to drop the chest forward as the arms come up and overhead, going as far as feels comfortable for you. And we'll take one more breath. As you exhale, releasing the arms, staying down here in your child's pose. Resting the forehead on the mat, or maybe resting it on the arms or the hands. And take 3 cycles of breath. And slowly, as you're ready, sitting yourself up. Finding a comfortable seat. I would recommend doing crisscross applesauce for this one. Brings me back to kindergarten. Let's sit crisscross applesauce. Okay, we have one more stretch that we're going to do together. So it doesn't matter which hand you choose, just pick one and remember which hand you choose. We're going to place it on the opposite knee, and then with that other arm, place it on the other knee. Okay, this might not be available to you, and that's fine. You can always grab, the thighs or even the hips. Just find wherever you can reach. And on your next exhale, we will tuck the chin into the chest as you round forward. You will feel a deep stretch through the shoulders and upper back. It will almost feel sometimes like a tingling or burning sensation. Just breathe into it. As long as you're not feeling pain, you are okay. So take your time. Just go as far as you're okay going. And we will take 5 cycles of breath here. On your next inhale, sitting yourself up and switching out the arms. So now the one on the bottom is going to go on the top. And same thing here. As you exhale, tucking the chin into your chest and taking 5 cycles of breath. As you're ready, releasing the arms, sitting up tall. We will find our final resting pose. So today, as always, it's up to you what resting pose you want to take. This is your practice. Everything I say is just a suggestion. But my suggestion for today's Shavasana will be taking your bolster or couch cushion, pillow, whatever it is that you have, and just laying it vertical on your mat. We will bring your tailbone to touch the bolster or pillow and just slowly leaning yourself back here, opening up the arms, opening up the chest. So maybe going into goalpost. With the blanket, you have the option of resting it alongside the belly just to have a place of focus that you're, paying attention to. Or, you could unravel the blanket and use it for its intended purpose. Again, totally up to you, mama. Okay? We're just going to settle in here. I'm going to keep my feet planted on the mat to feel grounded. I will bring my heels out and the knees in to touch so that they're relaxing on one another. Opening up the chest and staying here for a little bit. And now, as you're here, I want to invite you to take your focus inwards, noticing what you're feeling. Noticing how it feels to open up the chest. Noticing the sensations in your back. And with every exhale, just relaxing your body a little more, softening the face, unclenching your jaw, relaxing your shoulders, and bringing your attention to the breath and to the body. If you notice your mind wandering, bringing it back into the body and into the breath. Knowing that you are completely safe right here. Knowing that you are so strong and so amazing. And this is where I will be leaving you for today's practice. Stay here for as long as you need because you deserve rest. I am so very proud of you. Thank you so much for joining me for today's practice. And I'll see you in the next one. Bye.